All right, we are live, guys. Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Alessandro from SparkFabrik. I will be your host for this webinar. I'm, of course, here with two people, the main protagonists of the webinar. My colleague, Roberto Peruzzo, Drupal expert here at SparkFabrik, and, of course, Alessandro Ursino, sales and e-commerce expert from Lara Translate. Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hello, Alessandro.
Ciao a tutti. Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, of course, today we will talk about multilingual websites and AI translations in Drupal. But before we dive in, I wanted to take a few minutes to tell you in a few words who we are and what we do here at SparkFabrik. We are a tech company, a team of engineers, developers, and designers. But what do we do? Well, we mostly design custom, tailor-made applications, but we also modernize legacy systems. And overall, we help companies move towards cloud-native and AI technologies. So pretty much everything you need to build a modern digital experience today. Our goal is to be a single partner, so a unique contact point for the customer from the initial idea to release. To do that, we know how to move fast and most importantly, how to really deliver real value quickly. So we are not really tied to any single technology or vendor, and we believe that this flexibility is really a big part of who we are and how we work. That said, of course, we still do have some strong partnerships with several vendors, not just one. The main ones are, of course, the big ones like GCP, AWS, Alibaba Cloud. But the point here really is that we choose the right tool, the right provider for the right situation, and not the other way around. So we can really adopt the best practice for any specific situation. We are also very active members and proud members of foundations like the CNCF, the Linux Foundation Europe, and OpenSSF. We really care about this. This is not just for show, it's a real commitment from SparkFabrik. We contribute to open source a lot, to code, we join working groups, and of course also we organize events like this one, several events during the year. Why, you may ask? Well, because we are passionate about this and we like doing this, but also because we believe that this is how we can really keep a constant watch on the tech market and what's happening in the industry. and also how we can always guarantee up-to-date solutions to our customers. Of course, we also have certification and training. Our team invests constantly in staying up to date in all kinds of technologies, from Drupal to cloud native to AI. And I have to say, Roberto here is a great example of this. He has a profound Drupal expertise, and is also the person who built the Lara integration in Drupal that we will see later in the demo. Like I said, we want to be a single point of contact for the customer from idea to delivery. But so we don't want to just provide a custom solution, but also custom consultancy is really to really transfer also our knowledge to the customer. And of course, to do this, our services also have to cover a lot of ground, from infrastructure to custom development to design, UX, UI, accessibility, security, of course, is a major concern. And of course, all the new AI power solutions that are hot right now. Many organizations have already chosen to work with us thanks to our approach. As you can see from all the logos, different industries, different needs, different solutions, but they really all share one common need, that is they are all looking for one reliable partner, and we believe that they found in SparkFabrik their reliable partner on their digital journey. So as I promised, this was really brief. I think that's all. At the end of the day, SparkFabrik is made of people who give their best every day to bring really real solutions and the best innovation to the industry and to the customers. And today we wanted to bring you one of these solutions. So as you may know, if you follow us, we are very passionate about Drupal in SparkFabrik. And of course, for multilingual websites, quality translations are, of course, a must. But what happened, of course, AI came, and AI changed the game here as well in the translation industries. So for a project, a real project for a customer, we decided to integrate in Drupal a translation provider that guarantees high quality AI translations, and this provider is, of course, Lara Translator. So I believe we can start with Alessandro, that will present us Lara. Then Roberto will show us a demo website. Let me just remind you that we will also have a Q&A session at the end. So feel free to drop a comment on YouTube or LinkedIn with your question, or also just a cheer, a hello, or encouragement for the guys. So Alessandro, I believe you can start. Tell us about Lara Translate, who you are, what do you do?
Thanks, Alessandro. First of all, can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. And can you see my screen as well? Just you. Oh, perfect.
Yep, now we can.
So thanks for the introduction, Alessandro. As mentioned, I'm Alessandro as well, sales strategist here in Lara. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the company, and then what we did with Lara, all the features of Lara. Then I will show you a small demo of our platform in an interface, and then I'll let Roberto show you the module. So first of all, Translated was established in 1999 by Marco Trombetti and Isabelle Andreu, pioneers in the business of automated and web-based localization service. We work with more than 500,000 native-speaking professional language translator, and this is one of our core assets while building Lara. But we didn't start with Lara in 1999. In 2011, we built our first adaptive machine translation model. Then Modern NT came in 2017 and became a leader in 2023. Then Lara was used basically internally to help our translators to translate faster and better, and so to give a better output to our clients. And then we decided at the end of 2024 to launch Lara to the public. In 2025, we reached 350,000 customers in total as a group. And then in 2026, we're doing a lot of stuff like the integration with Drupal thanks to SparkFabrik. But let's move the elephant in the room immediately. Why, in our opinion, you should use Lara instead of a generalist AI model? Because Lara is not an LLM. It's not only an LLM. It's a domain-specific LLM trained by only professional strings. Thanks to our 26 years of experience in professional translation, we could train our model with only professional strings. The analogy that we like to say a lot of times is that you wouldn't ask a general practitioner to perform a hair surgery. We are the hair surgeon for translation. And what we do is we specialize in one important task and one only. You can ask Lara a recipe for an avocado toast. We train exclusively on billions of professional translation pairs. We are strict input-output bounds, and we have our data-driven fidelity, and we prioritize the exact transfer of meaning source to target. And this is really important when you want to localize a website, because localizing a website is more than translating it. 49.6% of websites are in English. Then that is a lot, but that means that half of them are not in English, are in other languages. 65% of shopper and users in the web prefer content in their own language, and 40% won't consider sites they cannot read and even buy from sites they cannot read. So it's really important. Good translation requires more than a translation engine, requires assets, and Lara is built by translated. There are 26 experience in the localization industry, so we build that with all the assets necessary, such as translation memories. There are store-approved translation at the segment level and reuse them automatically if you use the SparkFabrik module. So the model will adapt to your past translation if you add them. Then glossary and terminology that defines canonical translation for brand, product, and domain. Let's do an example. For example, Apple, that is a company that I believe you know, don't want their word to be translated in other languages. So they may use a glossary to insert the Apple as non-translatable terms. So the consistency of their brand would be perfect. And then Lara is a context-aware machine translation. The engine reads the full context of each string, so it understands what you're talking about and what is the best word and the best strings on how to translate it. Where localization produces measurable impact in organic SEO, because localized page create indexable URL for local language queries. So Google and Bing and all the companies that use SERP gives you a better impact and better traffic if you translate your website in the language that the user used. Then paid search terms. If content is translated, increase your ad relevance and quality scores. And this, depending on the country, can decrease the cost of your Google Ads campaign and conversion rate. As was mentioning before, 40% of users will not visit your website and will not buy from your e-commerce if they don't understand what they're buying. So that's the increase, or where the increase of conversion rate is. And some studies says that this increase is sometimes double digit. So with Lara, with the module of Drupal developed by SparkFabrik, you have with this unique combo, you have one localized content source distributed constantly everywhere, because you have the CMS, Drupal, the localization layer that is Lara with translation memory, glossaries, and context-aware translation that goes in multilingual website, Google Ads and landing pages, Amazon seller listing, and eBay inventory if you are in e-commerce. So using this module can really help you to boost your business or boost your traffic in your website. But let's go and deep dive a little bit more in the Lara platform so I can show you all these features. Let me share the other page. Okay. Perfect. Can you see the screen perfectly? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Perfect. Let's start with a simple example. La Terra Rossa. Sorry, I translated in English. Perfect. With this, the earth is red. But terra could be translated in different way. Earth, soil, ground. So if I add context here in the instruction button to Lara and say, we are talking about agriculture, you can say that Lara will translate the soil is red, because it will understand that soil is a better word to express terra in an agricultural context. Then I want to show you another feature that is the feedback feature. Lara runs on as a model that gives feedback to the other model. And so La Terra in agricultural context clearly means the soils, and explain to you why it has translated in that way. This feature is really, really useful, especially if you don't know the target language, because it gives you context and gives you the reason why the model has translated in that way. As I was mentioning before, you can upload glossaries and you can upload translation memories, and I'm going to show you how glossary works with an example that you will see after this demo with Roberto. Now I have to change it in Italian. You see that Lara will translate night hat in green with berretto lavorato a maglia verde. That is correct. But maybe as an e-commerce owner or a website owner, you don't want the translation like that in Italian. You want a translation in a different way. So you can use glossaries for this specific noun and change in cappella e maglia verde. Of course, it's correct as well. But if you prefer that, glossaries and translation memories can help you to adapt the translation of our model to your consistency and your brand consistency. On top of that, you can translate with Lara in 3 different styles. Faithful, that is used mostly for manual and legal content. Fluid, that is for day-to-day translation and targets the fluidity of the target language. And creative, that if I deselect, it adds adjective to your translation, and it's used mostly for by marketing and communication teams to have ideas, basically. Let's go to a feature that is currently not available for within the module in Drupal, but it's really important, and in our opinion, and it's in our roadmap. We don't have an ATA, but we're working with Roberto to have it sooner than later. There is the translation of documents. So Lara translates in more than 200 languages, but also we keep the formatting of more than 70 formats of file. This means that you can upload a PowerPoint, you can upload an editable PDF, a Word, an HTML, an XLIF, and Lara not only will translate, but also will keep the formatting of the file itself. And this is really handy, especially if you have big files and you don't need to rework them. So this is the Lara platform in a small demo. Of course, with SparkFabrik, we work to link the majority of this feature within Drupal to help you localize your website as fast as possible. So I leave the stage to Roberto, or I think first to Alessandro. Thanks a lot, and I'm here to answer to all your questions after the Roberto's demo.
Perfect. Thank you, Alessandro.
Thank you.
Roberto, I believe it's your turn now. If you're ready,
yes.
Let me just remind you all that you can leave any question for Alessandro and Roberto in the comments.
Okay, so good morning, everybody, and thank you, Alessandro, for your insightful presentation. And now we'll see how Lara Translate can help us to translate something in Drupal. So a few words about me. I'm a software developer at SparkFabrik and contributor to some Drupal modules. Lara Translate is one of those. And if you want to contact me, my nickname is Roberto, Peruzzo, almost everywhere. So before jumping into the demo, I prepared a couple of slides to introduce the Drupal translation system and the modules we are going to use today in the demo. So first of all, I will start with this snippet of code written by Dries, the Drupal creator, back in 2002. We can clearly see in this line an important message. So Drupal was designed with multilingual use in mind. So it's not, the translation system is not an add-on, a patch, but it's in core of Drupal. And this is not surprised that the European Commission has chosen Drupal to power many of its multilingual websites. So a few words about Drupal. So as you might know, the Drupal strength is its flexibility. So you are free to create your content structure however you want, or however you like, matching and combining entity types, different entity types, to build something that work properly for your needs. And the best part is Drupal comes with a built-in translation system that allows you to easily translate any kind of content through a simple web interface. And overall, this translation system it's powerful and handy for website that don't frequently update the contents, because for each piece of content you create, you need to enter the translation yourself, and there's no review process. So what if my website has ton of content and I change things every single day? So there's a model for that, and it is a translation management tool. It is an extension and an enhancement of the core features, introducing the review process, the back translation, and allows you to plug to different translator provider, whatever they are, human, machine, and why not AI powered. And that's actually the reason why we decided to create this module that allows you to easily connect to the platform, the Lara platform. And thanks to the Symfony Messenger, a queue manager, it handles all the work behind the scene. So let's jump into the demo. Okay, so we picked this e-commerce website because it's a great example of how you can combine different content types. But first, I want to show you which are the key modules that we need to translate. Okay, so obviously we need the core modules here, because you need to, for example, to choose what kind of content you want to translate. And then we have the translation manager modules. And so we need to enable the config entity, because in this particular website, we have some pages built with view entities, and a view entity is a config entity. So we need this one. Content entity, obviously, because we have product articles and so on. The Lara Translate Provider, the module that we need to connect to Lara platform. Locals, because sometimes, every time we have to translate some UI strings, like the button labels and stuff like that. And finally, we have to enable the translation management core. Here, I want to show you an interesting features that we have here. And yes?
Maybe it's better if you zoom a little bit.
Yeah, sorry.
Perfect.
Do you see better? Yeah?
Yeah, it's
okay.
better.
Okay. So in this section, we can allow to translate all the cascade related content. And in this case, maybe we want to translate a product, and when we translate it, we automatically translate all the references, so the variations and the taxonomy terms like brand and collection and so on. So it's particularly useful, this feature. Go back here, and now we take a look to the provider. Okay, we have the Lara Translate Provider here. We go inside, and first of all, we have to create with this. We have to create our key. So the key idea, key secrets to connect to the platform, so to the Lara platform. And then here we have the same configuration we already seen during the Alessandro presentation. So we can put here some custom instructions.
Yes, as mentioned before, Roberto, I just want to add something here. I really suggest you to use the instruction to give more context to Lara. What I suggest you is to use 2 or 3 short sentences to have the best results. So this is our best practice. 20 to 30 characters text would give you the best customer experience and the best results. So do not leave a 200 word prompt to Lara. The best results are with prompts between 20 and 30 characters, basically.
Okay, thank you very much, Alessandro. And then we can choose here the style. Here we have the memories enabled, the same that Alessandro used.
Yes, and sorry again, Roberto, just to add up here. If you're not familiar with translation memories and glossaries, you can talk to us, to Lara Translate, and we have a service we can create for you translation memories and glossary based on your current website. So it's important that even if you're not expert in localization, we can help you through all the journey to localize your website. I leave you the stage. Sorry again.
Thank you, no worries. So now we can go. We turn back to the homepage. So now we start to translate something. So this website, or better, this homepage has been built using Layout Builder. So we can see here how it was built with some blocks, content blocks here, and here with products and so on. So the first thing we have to do is translate the container, because the node, the page in this case, is a container of all these blocks. So we translate, clicking here. We can choose both the languages, and we request the translation. So as you can see here, we have a pending translation. Then immediately, in a few seconds, we have back the Lara answer, and we can just review, clicking the icon, review the content. We have already the translation, so we can tick it here. Okay, for me it's okay. We can save for another if you want to review later something, or we just save and we have published the translation. We can do the same here for the Spanish. So here we see this kind of thing, and because the source content contain this character, so maybe we want to correct, and we tick it, and we see the revision. So we can see what everything we changed during the revision. And the same, I think I don't want this character here. And okay, we save it. We back into the home page. Oh, you see the languages, but obviously, as I told you, if we choose Italian, we don't see anything translated because we need to translate this piece of content. So a particularly useful example is this this block here, where we have some products related to this block. So to do that, we go in another place. We go to sources. We choose content block because we know that's it is a content block. So, and the block type, products. Save. We have these three blocks, and we choose the source language, English, all the rest of languages. Request. Okay, we go here, and oh, sorry. If you can see, now is taking longer than before, because now we are sending all the relation or the entity type to Lara. Okay, as you can see here, you go inside the revision, we see the block part, so the title and then the products. So we have the title of the products, the body, the description, the variations, the brand, the entity, the taxonomy terms, and everything. We have everything here. So we can go down, we save it. We can do the same thing for some other stuff. Okay, the same, always the same now. Okay, we go back to the front page. We choose Italian. Okay, we got it. So we have the block translated and also all the products. And we go here, and as you can see, we translated the categories, the taxonomies, and the title, the description. But here we need to translate also the buttons. The buttons, for the buttons, we go back in sources, which is locale. As I told you before, we have enabled the module. So add to cart. Okay, here we are. So, and the same process is always the same. Okay, and we have to search because we have a lot of. Okay, we can see here. Okay, save and go back to the website. Oh, sorry. Okay, Italian. The product. Okay, we don't see anything here because we don't have to forget to clear the cache, the Drupal cache. Okay, go back, and here we are. So another thing I want to show you is this menu item. So this menu item is a link to this catalog, and this catalog is a view, so a config entity. In this case, we go back to this and we choose view and do the same. We can search catalog. I think it is catalog, yes. English, all languages. Okay. Wait, okay, where is here? Okay, it takes a bit longer because there's a lot of things to translate. Okay, we translate everything, the pager, the title, the filters, and so on. So everything here. So we can approve this one too. We have to remember to clear the cache again. We go back into our homepage. We can read. Okay, we got it. We have translated this. So obviously here, to translate this part, we have to translate all the product. We have to translate the block. But if you see, the taxonomy has already translated. And one last example, because I remember Alessandro have shown you the Cappello Verde. So go back to the website. I think it's here. Okay, yes. So I'm using the glossaries, and the memories. So I can translate this one a single way. You choose, as I showed you before. Translate. Okay. Italian. So, cappello in maglia verde, and the
other translation was cappello lavorato. Verde.
Yeah, the wrong one. So this is okay. We got it. I think it's all. Another thing. Sorry. You can go job items here. It is oh no, first job overview, because this page allows you to take control of your translation. You can see which translation has already approved, the green ones, which are in review process. And then if you go there, you see the single item of the job you requested, and so you can review each single research. You can find what you need if you have a lot of contents, and review the translation. Okay. Another thing about the provider. So if you maybe sometimes you don't want to review each single piece of translation, because maybe for the labels, one word's labels, there is a lot of labels in a website, so sometimes you want to skip the review. So you can use this flag. When you enable this one, you can accept without any revision the Lara translate response, and the content and the translation will become immediately public. This is a feature, and another thing maybe could be useful is you can clone. Sorry, I click it. You can clone the provider. So what can do with this feature? You can create different provider, all of them connected to Lara platform, and create some different configuration. Maybe you want to use or not some kind of memories or some kind of glossaries. You want to put some particular instruction, or use different styles, or maybe skip or not the review. Okay, so I think it's all for this demo. I go back into my presentation. Okay, so what we have learned in this webinar. So first of all, we have to understand how we want to communicate with our audience, and so we can use Lara to create the glossaries, memories, and everything we need to improve the quality of a translation. Then we have to understand how the website has been built, and which kind of content, entities, configurations, everything we have used to create our website. And finally, we have to choose what kind of process to use. So we need review or not. We want to use some kind of glossaries in some moment and not, and so I think I have finished. Thank you very much. I'm ready for your question.
Okay, thank you, Rob. I believe we can continue. Now we have time for some questions for the Q&A session. So drop them in the chat if there are already a few, so we can read them out. But before we start with the questions, we wanted to share with you two small announcements. Let me share this one first. First, the guys from Lara have prepared a small gift for the attendees, so you can scan this QR code and use this coupon for a small discount, I believe, on the Pro plan, so you can try it fully for yourselves. And a second small announcement before we proceed. This one. As I mentioned at SparkFabrik, we are very passionate about Drupal, and of course, this event was about Drupal and Lara Translate, but we are also organizing Drupal Camp Italy. This one is a physical event. It's the second edition, and this year the community will meet in Bologna on October 22nd. So you can join us as attendee, a speaker, or sponsor, and yeah, you can find all the details on the website drupalcampitaly.it. Okay. I wanted to start with a question I had because we saw from your demo, Roberto, that this was really focused on a review process, no? So you mentioned at the end that you can kind of skip the review process flagging that option in the configuration. But yeah, this I think this is a solution really focused for like structured teams where there is a review process, and in this situation Drupal comes to help, of course, with the user management system, right? So maybe you can explain this part a bit, because you can configure various roles, right?
Yeah. So the default, the standard process is using a review, especially if your content are legal content or something that need a human review. So in some cases you can skip this. Is not the standard process, but you can do it. And for review something, obviously you can create different kind of user. So you have the user that create or request the translation and manage all the things relating the moderation and the publication of the content. And you can have another user that is focused on the review process, because obviously for a review to review a translation, the better thing is to have a mother tongue person. So
a native speaker.
Yeah, a native speaker. So so you can create different roles in Drupal and give the specific permission for each of this, or for each users. So it's we can manage that. Yeah. Well, Drupal has this kind of things in the core. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Rob. We have some questions here. User Franzacchio asks when to use translation memories and when to use glossaries. I believe this one is for Alessandro.
Yes, for me. So I saw another question. So when to use translation memories, when to use glossary, linked also why you should choose Lara. So glossaries are for brand consistency. So you use them especially for wording, and if you want to have a translation really strict on a word or a really short sentence. Translation memories, it's more to adapt our MT, Lara, to your translation styles. So it's more for longer sentence, and Lara, if it's find a match that's above 90%, we'll take in account that translation memories to translate the string that you input in the source text. So let's say that glossary is more for nouns and terms consistency, while translation memory is more for adapt the MT to your translation styles. And linked to the question why you should Lara instead of DeepL or ChatGPT, the main difference are two. With Lara is a domain-specific LLM built for translations, such as DeepL, you may say, but compared to ChatGPT, it's really easier and very way more consistent when we're talking about glossary and translation memories. Because if you think, especially with DeepL, you should add a prompting basically with translation memories and glossaries every time, and translation memories can be gigabytes of translation memory. So when you translate a lot, you have really good big assets. And as you may know, even if now the general LLM has increased their capacity in terms of memory, with the RAG system that we have within Lara, it's way more consistent, the use of translation memories and glossaries. Compared to DeepL, I don't like to talk about quality itself, but what stands out is really the context instruction. So you can use the context to adapt them to the industry that you want, the style that you want. And that's a plus that, in my opinion, would give me the choice to Lara if I was a user.
Okay, Alessandro, thank you. I believe your answer also ties into this other question from Italo Mairo.
Yes, I read that. I just linked the two questions.
Yeah, because he was also asking for the AI module in Drupal that allows for easy integration with the MGMT module.
Yes.
I believe this also ties a little bit with a question we saw on.
Thank you, Italo. Ciao, Italo. Yes.
It ties a little bit with the question we saw on Reddit when we announced the webinar.
Yes, there are two differences. One is what Alessandro already said about the quality of the translation, and the other one is the performances. I can say that because we are using in the version number 2. So in the version 2 of the Lara module, we are using the Symfony Messenger that has two technical advantages. So the consumer of the queue, when he is running, immediately send the job to the Lara. As you can see, in a few seconds, we have sent the message, the content, and we get back the answer. And this one reason. Sorry, one reason. And the second one, the Symfony Messenger as a built-in failure management. So if something went wrong during the communication between Drupal and Lara platform, if something went wrong, the translation job is queued into another queue. So, and we have automatically we retry automatically to send and to get the translation. The default is 3 retries, and so I think it's a good improvement instead of using, because the other module, the AI management, translation management module, use an asynchronous way, but the Drupal core APIs that runs every cron job. So there is a delay. You maybe experience a delay from the time when you request a translation and when you get back an answer. Using a Symfony Messenger is instantly. So I think this is the main technical reason that I prefer our module. Sorry.
Perfect. We have a couple of other questions. I believe they are also tied, connected. Franzacchio asks again, what should one write in the instruction box for context? How should it be written?
Yes, and I saw also that Ivana asked when should we use when you include any specific consideration when translating scientific papers. So yes, how you should write the context and instruction. This is really important. So let's take the example of Ivana. First, I would use what are we talking about? Are we talking about chemistry? Are we talking about physics? Are we talking about biology? So the MT will understand, Lara will understand which, if there is a word that it can be translated in a way in physics, in a way in chemistry, Lara will choose the right word. Then, for example, what measurement system you want to use. So the imperial one or the metric one, for example, and Lara will adapt to that. I don't suggest you to overdo the context and instruction. So do not write prompts that are longer than 20, 30, 40 characters. Try to be specific. Try to help with short sentence, the MT, to adapt to your text. The thing that you can do to have a better output is to create an amazing glossary and amazing translation memories that can help you to have consistency throughout all the translation that you will have in the future. So these are my suggestions on how to use Lara. The context is a really powerful tool, but need to be used consciously with really sharp instruction. I hope that answered your question.
Perfect. From great power comes great responsibility, right?
Exactly. You're Spider-Man when you use Lara.
Okay, Ivana also has another question. When should we use Lara on its own, and when it's better to combine Drupal with Lara Translate?
So I will answer the first part, and then Roberto can answer the second one. So in my opinion, you can use our Lara SaaS UI when you need a short translation for your day-to-day, or when you need a professional translation for document, for example. Ivan, I don't know if you were here, but I showed that with Lara, you can upload the document, even a large document, up to 200 megabytes. And Lara will translate it, keeping the formatting. So let's say that you have your paper of a scientific paper. You don't want to translate it and then working on the formatting. You can just upload the document within Lara, and Lara will translate it, keeping the formatting. When instead you have a Drupal website, I think it's easier because it's handy with the module that Roberto downloaded to translate your website with the module. But I leave Roberto the stage because
I think so. Here. Yeah, well, I think so because usually if you have a website and you want to translate the content in a website and you have Drupal as a website, obviously this module help you to easily translate everything. And if you have a lots of content, you can do a bulk operation, and so you can translate all the content in one shot. Another thing, in my opinion, is Drupal with the Lara module is a good combination when you have a strict workflow for your translations. So you have to choose what you want to translate, then review. Who are the reviewer, and there's say maybe for newspaper where there is a strict I think strict moderation for workflow. So I hope this can help you to choose this module.
I also had this question. It's connected to this one because in the demo we saw an e-commerce website, of course, but of course maybe I don't have an e-commerce and maybe I have a newspaper, an editorial website, or what if I am a institution, an educational institution, or a finance company where I have a lot of content that I have to deliver in several languages. So on one side, Drupal is the best tool for the case because it's a complex website. Drupal isn't really meant for super simple websites, but for complex ones. And on the other hand, we have also the review process or the workflow that you described, and Lara supports this workflow and the translation, right? So the question really is this module Drupal, the module Lara, okay for other kinds of websites?
Yeah. For every. So as I said, Drupal is flexible, so you can create every kind of content structure or architecture. So Drupal itself is a good choice for the example you mentioned. So for institutional website, university, newspaper, and stuff like that, where there is tons of content and a workflow process to public the content, I guess. So yeah, you can use this module. It's only a provider. You can use this module everywhere for everything you you need.
Okay, Lara seems another question. Ivana, Lara seems straightforward. Are there any guidelines or best practices for using Drupal efficiently?
Well,
complex question.
Wow. No, I think that's all I show you. I've show you is I think is all you can do, and it's in a few clicks, as you can see. We have translated the content. So obviously, if you create you choose a bunch of content, I don't know, 1,000 content, probably it takes longer. But you don't have to do anything. You choose, you request the translation, and then you wait that all the requests and the response come back. In this guy, another thing about tech things I want to say. So Lara has a limit of characters that you can send through the APIs. It's about 10,000 character, I guess. Alessandro, is it correct? We can.
Yes, 10,000 characters per second.
Yeah, okay, per second. So the module, if we want to translate lots more than this limit, the module split the text into some chunks, and then send each chunks to Lara, then reassemble the translation and public. So that's it.
Okay, Ivana has no more questions. Any more questions, guys? I don't see any.
What are the tendencies in our industry? Nikolai.
I don't understand the question.
So
no.
Okay.
Okay, I believe we can. It's over. If there are no more questions.
So yeah, thanks a lot for your attention, everybody. It was really a pleasure. Thanks, Roberto. Thanks, Alessandro.
Thank you. Thank you,
Alessandro, and all the guys from Lara Translate for organizing this joint webinar.
Okay. Thank you very much, and stay connected because we are developing the module, so something new comes.
Yes. We're working on it.
Yeah. So because we are in beta testing, so we are in beta version now, so you have So I invite everyone to try the module. If you find any kind of issues or something that we want or something that you need, we can evaluate and improve the module. So thank you.
We are really synced as two companies to receive feedback, try to improve our product. So thanks a lot for all this question. It was great. It's not really common to have a webinar with all this question and all this engagement. So thanks a lot.
Thank you, everyone. I leave, as Roberto said, try the module and report anything you want to see improved. And also you can, again, try Lara Pro with this coupon. And of course, if you want to join the Drupal community or maybe just know more about Drupal, join us for Drupal Camp Italy in Bologna, October 22nd. Roberto will also be there, so you can ask him any questions.
Okay.
Special guest, Roberto.
I'll be there. Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye bye.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Also, we will keep the recording. It's saved on LinkedIn and YouTube. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.